So I just wanted to make a quick review of my Nova Voyager drill press. I purchased this a number of months ago to have in my shop, and the main reason for purchasing this was that I had a floor standing drill press that was belt drive. It was an older one that I had restored, probably from the 70s or 80s or something like that. It was a decent drill press, but I really just wanted the digital speed control. That's a real convenience for me. Originally, I was looking at the Nova Viking floor standing, which I think is a bit cheaper than this one, but everything was on back order for 3-4 months. So at the time, I just decided to purchase this. I found a good deal on it. So I went with the Voyager here. This one has a lot more features on the digital panel than the other one, and is a little larger and a little more, has a larger table, larger base, things like that. I think it has more power as well. So this video is basically about some of the issues I had when I first received the drill press. So first of all, I've heard some people have some complaints about the lift mechanism here. I haven't really had any issues. It's not a perfect lift mechanism, but it's pretty much worked for me. No real issues there. The first thing was the instruction manual was not very good. It was missing steps. It wasn't very clear. So that's one area they could improve. Drill presses are fairly simple machines, so it wasn't the end of the world. You can pretty much figure out how everything is supposed to work, but the instruction manual is definitely not very good, not on par with something like a saw stop. Also, the arbor on the chuck, when I first received it, had a large scratch in it. And then the real issue that I noticed right off the bat was the table itself wouldn't lock down. So there's a little locking arm underneath here, and actually it's kind of poorly positioned. It's right next to, it's kind of a headache to use. So when I loosen it up, the table spins like this. On the original one that I got, when I fully locked down the arm there, it would still spin. Like no matter, like even I had it fully tightened, it can't get any tighter. The table would still spin. And even this one, I mean, it's pretty locked right there, and it still spins. But, I mean, if you really get this one, I can finally get it to spin, or get it to lock down. So, not a huge deal, that it's still kind of a headache because I don't really move that often. But yeah, the original that it came with wouldn't lock down at all. Another issue I've had with this drill press is the runout. So on their website, they advertise that the runout shouldn't be any more than 7 thousandths. Mine was 15 thousandths, so more than double of what they advertised for the greatest runout. And that was with the original chuck. So I actually ended up replacing the chuck with this Llambrich here that I had. And now the runout is, I think, 3 thousandths. Wish it was closer to 1 thousandth. But, you know, light years ahead of where it was before with the other chuck. And so working pretty well for me. With the old chuck, I mean, it was so far off, you could just see it was just wobbling all over the place. So I tried many things, reseating the arbor, took it apart many times, trying to improve on the runout with that original chuck, but I just wasn't having any luck. So that brings me to my next, which is customer service. So I originally reached out about the table issue because I noticed that immediately when I assembled the machine. From the start, the first person I talked to, they were some sort of customer service person. They were very helpful. I think I originally sent them an email. They ended up calling me. They asked for a video. I sent them a video of tightening down the arm and the table still moving. So they seemed very helpful. But once they transferred me to their engineers, the engineers were just emailing me. They seemed a lot more skeptical. They were less responsive. And so they just weren't as eager to help out. And luckily I have a lot of measurement tools like calipers, and was able to send more videos and pictures of the issue. But it took a lot of back and forth. And after about 3 weeks, they finally sent me this replacement table right here. which does lock down. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it does lock, and that's all I need. I also mentioned the run out issues, but and had a video with the dial indicator and everything showing that, but the conversation just wasn't going anywhere with them. So I just decided, I want to get the new table, get it locked down, and just start using the machine, because it just felt like from the emails that wasn't going anywhere. So I was just really happy I didn't have to return the drill press. I think it weighs like 350 pounds or something like that, and I don't have anybody to help me move any of my tools. So I would have had to disassemble everything, get it all the way back up the hill to my garage and everything like that, arrange for someone to come pick up during working hours and all of that. That would have just been a giant headache for me. Not to mention the packaging that it shipped in really wasn't reusable after I took it out. So I don't even know how that would have worked if I had to do a return, but it would have been even more of a headache than the headache I already went through just trying to replace the table and also just fiddling around with the run out on this machine. So the quality control on the machines is obviously lacking, since I had those problems with this machine here, and the customer service probably could be a bit better as well. So those are some caveats with purchasing this. I don't know what I was expecting. It just felt like the service wasn't great. I don't know if I expected them to send me a new drill press or something, because this one obviously had a number of issues. But there's no replacing the amount of time that I had to spend fiddling around with this. When you spend that much money on a drill press, you're excited about it, and then you just spend all this time kind of fiddling around and messing around with their customer service and stuff. So finally I got it, at least the table working the way I want, but it did take a lot of hours just messing around to get this working the way that I want it to. But all that said about the caveat, it's still a pretty nice drill press. I really like this. If I turn it on, you can hear it's really quiet. It just kind of hums. I really like that it has the speed charts on there as well. Even with the other models, that'd be really nice just having the digital speed controls without the speed charts. So you could probably just print some speed charts and post them on your drill press. But yeah, it's really sweet. I haven't really found any other major issues with it. So on day-to-day use, I've really been happy with it. And so I just wanted to put a warning out there for anybody that's looking at this, because I know this is a very popular brand of drill presses now. And they're one of the few that has this many digital controls. So it is a nice drill press. I would still recommend it, but just expect that there could be some quality control issues. You may have to work with customer service. That could be a little bit better on their end. And then also definitely plan on replacing the chuck. I mean, it's possible that I just got a really bad chuck as well on mine. So although it does seem like maybe the run out even with the new chuck could be a little bit better as well, just plan on replacing that chuck. So factor that into the cost of the drill press when you're going to purchase it. So hopefully some of this information is useful with these Nova digital drill presses. Leave some comments in the comments section. Thanks.